What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan Corcoran. If you're new to my channel, I'm an entrepreneur and real estate investor. I created this channel specifically to put out as much content as I can, free information on how to become financially free using real estate investing as your tool. Most of my videos have education in them and advice on different types of property, single family, multifamily, flips, commercial real estate, wholesaling, all that kind of stuff. Today's video, we're going to switch it up a little bit. It's going to be a little fun. Basically, I'm going to take you through a day in the life of me, a real estate millionaire. So I start my day at 4 a.m. every single day. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for multiple reasons. Number one, you're not awake. My dogs aren't awake. My family's not awake. I don't have friends, co-workers, lawyers' offices. No one's calling me, right? This is my time. When I get to 4 o'clock in the morning, I have my cup of coffee. I hang out downstairs. I do reading. I plan my day. I look at my schedule, make sure everything's lined up. It takes about 30 minutes. Then I go for either a nice long run, 6, 8, 10 mile run, a 30-mile bike ride, or I'll go to the gym and lift weights. And I usually alternate days. After that, I come home. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I'll have a nice breakfast. I'll shower. I'll get ready for the day. I'll hang out with my wife for a little bit until she's gone. I really don't start working until about 9 o'clock in the morning. This is so important. The first 4 to 5 hours I'm awake, I'm working on myself. And I really think every single person in this world should be working on themselves first thing in the morning to start your day, before you start working for somebody else. 95% of people wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, half of them don't even shower, most of them don't eat, most of them don't exercise, and they go work for somebody else for 8 to 10 hours. Then they come home, sit on the couch, watch some TV, maybe they exercise then, and then they go to bed and repeat, right? And since I've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I've noticed, and it's been 3 years now, I've been able to quit my W-2 job. I've made more money than I could have possibly imagined. I have more energy, I'm more fit, I have more time. By 9 o'clock in the morning, my day is pretty much done, right? I've exercised, I've planned my day, I've done a little bit of brainstorming. This is really where my creative ideas and being the visionary in my company and multiple businesses, this is where I really think about ideas and how to implement them in my businesses. 9 to about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I'm really in the weeds. I'm working, I book all my phone calls here, I have my meetings here, I'm analyzing deals that come across my plate, making sure the VAs who I hire and my assistants and everybody else is and property managers and partners, making sure everybody else has what they need for that specific day. Then from about 12 to 2, I take a little bit of a break. I go, I live in Bristol, Rhode Island, so I go down to the water, I take my dogs for a walk for about 30 minutes, I hang out outside, I'm enjoying the nice weather. Then around 2 o'clock I come back in, I schedule more phone calls from about 2 to 4-ish. Right, so from 2 to 4 I am grinding, again doing the exact same thing as before. Typically I have closings every week, so I'm lining up closing stuff, I'm getting all my insurance, everything lined up, everything you could possibly think about for real estate. I'm doing it in those 5 hours from about 9 to 12 and about 2 to 4-ish. After 4, I am done working. The only phone calls I take is family, friends, unless it's super, super important, I'm done working at that point. And the reason I do this is I start to work on myself again, right? My wife comes home around anywhere between 5:30 and 7:30 at night from her job. So from 4 until she comes home, I'm working on myself again. It's back outside, it's doing another workout, it's researching, reading, doing hobbies, I'm mountain biking, whatever it may be. And then when my wife gets home, I spend quality time with her, an hour, hour and a half with her before we go to bed around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I know, it seems early, but remember, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And my day is pretty much done before most people are getting up. Most people get to work around 9 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'm starting work too. But you have to remember that I already know everything I'm going to do for the day. I've already planned, I've already sent a handful of emails out that I need to do. I've already exercised hard. When I was working in a W-2 job, you know, I read this book called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And this book really stuck with me. You know, it was one of those books where I read and it resonated with me because I'd always been a morning person, but I was never getting up at 4. You know, I'm talking 6:30, 7, still early for most people, right? But when I was working a W-2 job, I was working 24-hour shifts, I was working overnight shifts. It was impossible for me to get into a routine. I couldn't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to. And trust me, I tried. I was just so exhausted, I literally couldn't. I wouldn't function, right? But forcing myself to get up earlier and earlier and adjusting my schedule to get into a routine that allowed me to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning propelled me so much further than my coworkers, other business owners I know, my friends, my family. People think I'm insane for getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and starting my day that early. But when you're up that early, number one, when you set that alarm and you actually get up out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, you've already started your day off on the right foot. Why? Because you didn't lie to yourself, you didn't hit the snooze button. You didn't hit the snooze button, roll over, spend 30 more minutes in bed. You didn't not get up, you got up, okay? You already did the first thing you told yourself you were gonna do that day, and you didn't lie to yourself and you got up. The second portion of it is you need time to yourself. Everybody needs at least an hour to themselves to think in their thoughts and come up with creative ideas, especially as a visionary from a business perspective. Really, I know this was supposed to take you through my whole day, but the thing I'm really harping on here is you don't have to be a morning person, but you sure as hell have to force yourself. And if it's gonna be 4 o'clock in the morning, great, I commend you to do that, because trust me, you have a lot more time in the day when you get up early than you think you will. But if you're not a morning person, you still need to make sure you're setting aside at least an hour to yourself with no cell phone, no electronics, to really focus in on what's important to you. The other really important thing about getting up and starting your day right is, you know, I enjoy hobbies, right? I like mountain biking, I like road biking, I like cars, I like fun things, right? I like hanging out with my family, my dogs. Before the workday starts, I'm getting large doses of all that, right? And it's my endorphins are up, my dopamine levels get up, I'm ready to crush the day after that. And I've found that my energy level is extremely high after I'm able to do extreme exercise in the morning before I have any important things to do. Now, I don't do this same exact structure on the weekends every time, but I'm still up early on the weekends, still exercising early, still spending time to myself. But from Monday to Friday, 4 a.m. till about 8 p.m., I've got my day pretty much planned out. And that is the life of a real estate millionaire. I know it's not too exciting. And I know a lot of people are like, you're crazy for getting up at 4 a.m. I've been hearing that for years, man. But let me tell you something. I went from making a negative net worth to working 24-hour shifts in a miserable setting to, you know, becoming a real estate millionaire in a very short period of time. And I credit a lot of it to having a schedule and getting up early in the morning. So if you want to learn more about real estate investing, please hit the channel button, view all the videos on there. Please like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm get the videos out to more people so more people can learn how to become financially free and live the life you want to live.